yesterday this was blocked because of the music. So I had to link it from YouTube. So here I've been cleaning all morning. And this is tamarind from Thailand. This is some crazy stuff. I first had it in Kenya. So how do I open this? It seems to be very hard. I wanted to take one out. Don't you want to see? I think we have something here. This is quite strange seedling. Let me show something. Maybe I can eat this. To open this is to just crack it open, like it's nothing. It's like if you touch it too hard, so it opens, and you know it's matured tamarind. In Kenya we called it chua, and I can hold it, and it is a big seedling inside. This, you can't see it because but it is big, and it is cracky hard. So this is it. Sorry for the light, but we don't eat the straws outside, but it's when we had it in Kenya. Oh, I mess up always. When we had this in Kenya, people laughed at me because they didn't know what it was. It's a funny thing that people, when they don't understand, they tend to laugh. As you may have done when I showed this tamarind box. Where is it now? It got lost. But people laugh, and Jesus said something about that. Jesus said something about that. This is it. Tamarind. And in Kenya it was sweet, but it was a little bit rough. And when you chew it, you had this it was kind of grinding up the teeth. I don't know, but it was quite strong, the Kenya one, but it was even better than this. You have to crack it open and chew it in, and you had to use a lot of time in order to get it in. But people didn't think much of that. The other children or grown-ups, they had this laughing tendency about this chua, the tamarind, because I ate it, and my friend David, he ate it too. We sat in the chua tree, and was lost ourselves up in that tree because it was a big tree. You could forget yourself, and We never did see any snakes or something like animal up there, but maybe in earlier time it could be snakes up in the tree, uh, jumping down. But Jesus said something about seeds when people are laughing. I think that he kept that in his mind, that since he saw everyone, he had a tendency to observe. He was an observator. He saw once when they gave some offering to the synagogue, his tenth of his salary or income. So he said, this lady here, which have nothing, and he could see like a prophet see. So he saw that she gave more than those that show off with their big shekel. He said something about seeds that may have struck someone's mentality or something like that, because he said that you only need to have a belief like the seed of mustard seed. Mustard seed. Or how come he used the smallest thing? This seedling was a rather big one, like a little bit of rock, and you see, seeds have good qualities to it because you can eat it. When I eat linen seeds in the morning, I get these intestines very regulated. That's a small seed too, but I take a little teaspoon or something just in order to get enough. And all this small amount of seeds makes my stomach and intestines very okay. So you have to believe in seeds. Seeds is good for you. And he used this mustard seed as an example of you don't need to do so much. Yeah. But look how big this tree is becoming. It will last forever and ever. And there may be more to that when Jesus mentioned mustard seed, which I can't get now. But he also used other examples of something people were laughing at. Children, they have their world, and it's a world of belief. It's a world of I can do so much with this little thing. So there were a boy that had his food made up, 2 fishes and 5 bread or something. I don't know which it was, but he obviously wanted to give it to the master in hand. And the disciples said to Jesus, Here is a boy, and they may have been laughing. I don't know. I can't remember the story like that, but you see, the grown-ups have their belittling attitude always, even when they encourage other people, even the children. They have this belittling attitude. I have experienced that. Oh, you are so clever, Ole. You are so deep thinker. You are so this and that. It's just belittling. It's how do they know? If I'm that smart, how would they know? They are not that smart. I give a shit about their opinion about me because I don't give. They have nothing to show. It's just a belittling attitude. And they are not even aware how belittling that is. So, my friends, to belittle people like that, that you say, oh, how bright, how clever, how good you are, it's just belittling in larger, it's good, but it's also belittling. So he took it. Jesus took the pack. Maybe Jesus thought that this little guy, I don't care about him. He may have eaten before he came, so. But the child was maybe hungry. But what could we do? I can give it to him, the master in hand. And everybody laughed at that. I would think because Jesus took something from a little boy that was giving it all up. And for the Christians, it doesn't even raise a question. How would that man be able to take something from the kid? He was in some other occasion, he said that it's not good to take away from the kids. The poor, it's not good. But he did it. He just did it. And he blessed it. And I think the notion here is the blessing. The little seed is a container of so great things. You can eat all the seeds you want. When you eat bread, you eat seeds, mushed seeds that have no opportunity in the next life. And but you have to keep some seeds in order to plant more. So the seeds is everlasting engine. So Jesus, that may have made those seedlings in the beginning. He knew that one seed here is enough to let the whole world be crowded by these seedlings, these trees, these plants, this grass, this fish, these animals, these human. So people had this notion that it's not something you need to be a great star in order to have respect or something like that. You need to have a repertoire or some track record that you obviously will impress people by, but you see, everybody have a start. Jesus knew that. Everything have a beginning. The Bible said that. So the scientists, they don't even have a beginning. They have a kind of beginning, but it's way out of order because You need to be a very religious guy in order to believe that. and, and obviously it increased all the years that it needed to have this kind of development. So people tend to laugh. When people laugh at something, we should be aware. Because the jokers or TV shows that make people laugh have some ingredients of truth. It's relatable to the reality. Most of us daily life. They have some experience themselves that they play with words in order to make people laugh. That's how it is. So Jesus took away the package of food from this guy, and never was it mentioned that this little boy got to be famous. It was just a normal happening. Don't you feel that it's something wrong when someone did that and didn't even got famous? But it is written in the Bible. This boy with no name, no track record, just the intention of doing something good, have this written about him, that every church may, if they take it into consideration and take it seriously, this boy will have some deep impact on our attitude. Jesus, when he was asked by the apostles, the big man, everybody wants to be big, and since he called them Peter, Jacob, John, all these guys that Jesus called and made them to have this service. It was not a title, my friend, it was a service. So people, when they get titles, they get big. I don't believe in that. Titles corrupt. Titles is a bribery and a corruption. And people that buy into that have themselves clothes. When people go to church, they want to dress up. I don't like that. It's kind of a show-off. It's kind of a bribery of mind. That you have to be liked. Is that important that I am liked? That people like me? I shouldn't care so much, but I do care. I have to be honest. On the 17th of May, I had this dressed up. You even saw it. I was kind of nice, but no one mentioned it. Not even my daughters did mention that. And Jesus was asked who will be the biggest in heaven. We do what we do in order to get some reward. I don't think the Jews have that. The reward is here. When you do something, you indirectly or directly ask for the reward. But Jesus answered by putting a child in their midst, who is the biggest. It's kind of contrary to everything, contrary to their mindset. The little child is baffling everybody, baffling even me. So I wanted to keep contact with my children because it's a degree of humbling if you lose your contact with children and are like in a equal equilibrium with them. Don't sit there and define everything. Just be you. Don't take over the administration of the truth. It's there already. Everybody in that room knows what's truth, and you don't need to dictate everything. It's not needed. It's what only dictators do. Make up stories. Do some comparison. If someone do something wrong to some of the other children there or something, ask them, what would you feel if that happened to you? Would you do it then? No, so that's a simplistic way, and the children knows it all. The children are not brain dead, as someone may think by their behavior, by their way of ruling. They are ruling in the children's environment. It shouldn't be done. The children is a cave of experience. So Jesus used these examples just to blow their mind. Today it's a competition. Everything is all about getting out there. And in some way I'm in on it myself. It's not, I feel, in the beginning I felt corrupted. To get out there and have my speech. Because I think that some of my thoughts are relevant to someone at least. I don't really ask if it's relevant for a specific person, but in any way I get this feedback that is good. It's okay, but it's for my own. I need to do it. It's kind of a service I do need to do. It's much appreciated when I have done it. So, my friends, I was a little bit interrupted here, but it's okay. we are going on. So, when you start something, you have to believe. And many have this belief, but many don't. Many don't, and they belittle others too. They either brag them up or slay them down by words. And maybe it's in many cases not good to explore or expose what you are thinking, what you are minding, what your plan is. Just do your thing, and it's like when we start something, it will end itself in either a long term or a short. It can be sometimes very, very hard to begin something that you have exposed for other people, because it's that kind of expectations that you are afraid that if you don't feel like it, you will disappoint, and when you do it, you don't do it very good. So it's a degree of of not minding all those naysayers, not even yourself, not even your own voice. Just do what you do. I have this plate here. It's kind of good saying, and it said, forget yourself and get to work. That's above my head here. It's reminding me of something very profound, that this boy that came to Jesus with this food forgot himself. I should have food too. I should eat too. My mom made this pack, and now I left it to the bigger man. And what do you know? From this few loaves, bread, pita bread, and fish, it became so much that they could fill up big baskets, a basket that could cover a man. It was told, because the Bible, that in the translation, that it's lost in the translation. When this boy had this basket with food, it was a little basket. It's described in Hebrew that it was a little basket, just a food holder. But when they collected everything, it was big baskets, and that is lost in translation. So be picky about the details. It's very important to be detail orientated, because all this blessing, it will be so good. And I have said this before, and I'll say it again, and I hope that these videos make you do more or less the same that I do, because I'm not that. I'm me, of course, and I do what I do. I'm like this little guy that share my thoughts, just a half an hour, just some minutes, just some words. It's nothing big, it's nothing new, it's nothing that you haven't ate before, but you can eat it again and see it from my perspective, and you will maybe get inspired, get encouraged. That's the point. So believe in the little things. What you say is important, because either it's a blessing or a condemnation. And at least weigh it out. Be judgmental. I would ask people to judge, not be naive, because there are a lot of people out there that are doing this kind of videos or this kind of preaching, that are even exposing their own private sector. I have this door closed. I have this door closed because it's private. I only show what I want to show, because it sends some message. It's a messaging thing. So the little start, the little beginning, will have a profound ending. I didn't know that in my track here I will mention believe in time, but it came to me like light, like a striking light, and I put it up there in this wall. Something was missing anyway, and now I even have the clock on the side. Believe in time. So, my friends, believe in yourself. Believe in the small, natural things. Believe in what you can do, that that makes the difference. My friends, wish you a blessed day. Bless everybody. Make a light for peace, for tranquility and for future.